Believe it or not, we're going to tackle some baking. Now, you all know that I don't bake very much, but that's why I thought perhaps today I could show you how to sort of fake it till you bake it. And this is a Swiss meringue buttercream. You're going to pour your sugar, and there is 7 egg whites. So what you do is you heat it. The idea is that this is going to cook the egg white a bit. Keep whisking it. It's going to take about 10 to 15 minutes of sort of serious wrist action, because you've got to keep moving everything. And when I think it's about right, I'll pop the thermometer in. All right, so we're just going to pop this on. Basically, the idea is we're now really going to get the air in and make a beautiful meringue. So it's going to take about sort of 10 or 15 minutes. You can sort of turn it up and increase the speed till you get the desired effect. So after massive amounts of whisking, we now have the most beautiful meringue. So now we're going to add the butter, but what is really important is that you don't add sort of room temperature butter or cold butter to warm meringue or vice versa. Try, in fact, always when baking to have the same temperature of all your ingredients, your eggs, your butter, your milk, whatever it is. It's looking magnificent, fluffy, creamy, light, lovely, and basically stable, which is really what we're looking for in an icing. Here we've got some store-bought cakes. I did not bake them, and I'm happy to announce that you don't have to. There we go. So that should pretty much do it. Now, you're obviously going to stick the cakes together, otherwise they'll slide off one another. If it was really me, I must be honest, I would just kind of splodge some in the middle and squish it. But I'm just going to go like this. Look at that. It's a miracle. So you put a big dollop on. This is what's called the crumb layer. And once you've done a thin layer of this all over the cake, you chill it. And when you put your proper icing on, it's all smooth as baby's bottom. So while a 3-tiered cake looks terribly impressive, it's not terribly easy to ice around the sides. The best way to do it is just start as low as you can at the bottom and just go up in a stripe, and then do it again. Right, so then obviously you're going to dollop some on top, and you just sort of start to squish it around as neatly and as gently. You need a kind of like a firm hand, and so you continue to do this right around the cake. Now for the final sort of chefy moment, which is really making it look good. This cake has been in the fridge for about half an hour, so it's really cold to the touch. Here is some magnificent melted chocolate. Put a little bit of just ordinary oil in it so that it's got that gloss, and also just so it doesn't set. I'm going to give it a little shot, just sort of like, just making some splodges. The idea is for it not to be perfect. We aren't in France. What we're just going to do is make it look groovy and really just luscious. 3 simple sponge cakes bought from Pick n Pay, some Swiss meringue buttercream, loads of melted chocolate, and oodles of berries.
MasterChef South Africa is proudly sponsored by Pick n Pay.